Hey everyone, it's Gigi. Welcome back to the channel, Life in the Now. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about neurocardiogenic syncope, or syncope, depending on who you are and who you be talking to. I'm just kidding, who you talking to. So, this particular condition, it is a benign condition, and I've actually had this condition since I was 2. So basically what happens is your heart rate and your blood pressure drop, and then all of a sudden they try to come back up again, and then your heart rate drops back down, and it kind of does like this roller coaster thing, and along with your blood pressure. Who would think your heart rate and your blood pressure are intertwined? They are. So, and I'm keeping my definitions of the particular, things that I struggle with very, very basic. I'm keeping them basic for a couple of reasons. One being, I am not a doctor. I am familiar and I understand the conditions that I have, seeing as that I have them. The second thing is that I just want the definitions that I give to be very basic level, so that, a more of a broader audience can kind of grab the concepts. They may not understand, all of the terminology, but I want you to at least be able to grasp the concepts that I'm trying to, explain, portray, take your pick. So, back to the topic at hand, neurocardiogenic syncope. So, this particular condition, like I mentioned earlier, I've had since I was 2. My first encounter, or I guess my first display of neurocardiogenic syncope is when my father found me face down in the carpet of our home. So, and when he found me, I had been there, for who knows how long. He really wasn't able to tell me. So when he found me, he had to do CPR twice. So in my case, my particular struggle just my particular struggle with neurocardiogenic syncope is a bit extreme, since that I've had it again for 25 years, as I'm now 27. And in addition to that, I did not grow out of it. A lot of times people who have this particular condition, they will grow out of it. I'm one of the few that did not. I actually still struggle with having, episodes, and actually pretty strong episodes. This particular condition, it's put me in the hospital a few times. So after my first episode with, and I'm just going to abbreviate NCS, neurocardiogenic syncope, so I'm just going to use the abbreviation. After that, I dealt with many years of just misdiagnosis. The first thing people go to is anemia. It's just, I understand it's easy, and it's a lot of people have anemia. So I had that particular diagnosis, and then after a while that went away, since I was pumped full of iron, and the only thing that happened is that I was really, really constipated. If anybody has anemia, they already know that if you have too much iron, it's not pretty when you try to go to the bathroom. Make sure you take your stool softeners, people. So, I digress. Back to the topic at hand. So, misdiagnosis over the years. I was actually finally properly diagnosed when I saw my very, very first neurologist. It's not the current neurologist that I have. The first one I had, unfortunately, he retired. So, I had to go on the hunt for another neurologist, unfortunately. the first neurologist, he diagnosed me right off the bat, and he was like, hey, you need to see a cardiologist to get a proper diagnosis. And what he meant by proper diagnosis is in the sense that I had to have tests done to prove that I have this condition so that I can be properly treated, and also be treated so that the insurance will pay for it. So went to a cardiologist. He was like, okay, we're gonna run some tests. He did some blood work, which is also common. You can have a multitude of different things done to prove that you have this particular condition. You can have an EKG, EKG. You can have an abnormal stress test, abnormal blood work, or you can have a tilt table test, a positive tilt table test. In order to get a positive tilt table test, they will literally induce an NCS episode. So I went, I was checked into a hospital, and I basically had to lay down on the table. It's a specialized table. You lay down on it, you are strapped into the table, and then what they do is they tilt the table, tilt table test, they tilt the table at a 45-degree angle. That 45-degree angle has been shown in various studies to, induce NCS episodes. I don't know for sure why that particular angle, and I even asked the doctor, and even he was kind of like, it's just something about a 45-degree angle that, if you do have this particular condition, it'll pretty much show if they put you at that angle. So during my tilt table test, they put me at the angle within roughly like an hour and a half to 2 hours. My episode happened, and when I have a NCS episode, it is fast. I go downhill fast. So once they saw, okay, she's having an episode, they had to bring the table down. But at that point, it's almost like it's too late. They had to do CPR on me. They put the oxygen on my face. I had the whole nine. And that's when I finally got my proper diagnosis. Currently, I am on a beta blocker to help, prevent some of my NCS episodes. However, I do still have them. Another reason why somebody like me would still have NCS episodes is because my triggers have been, activated, for a lesser better term. Triggers could be, stress, depression, pain, standing for long periods of time. There's a myriad of different, triggers that somebody could have with this particular condition. So for me, one of my main triggers is pain. And if I am in pain for long periods of time, that could become a problem for me. Reason being is that, well, you all know that I have MS. Well, with MS, most people with MS are in constant pain. So you can only imagine how having this particular condition could be an issue for me. Just dealing with life, depression comes, unfortunately, with life. Stress comes with life. Pain comes with life. So that's a reason why I still struggle with this particular condition. I do my best to avoid my triggers, and sometimes they're inevitable. And also, too, another experience as well with this particular condition, it's put me in the hospital 3 times. So it can vary. Some people, they will have a mild version of this. Some people may have it and then may never have an episode ever again in life. There are people who have, they will grow out of this. And then there's, unfortunately, people like me that it might be an ongoing struggle. So, it's definitely something that I just put into that pocket of, cards that I've been dealt, and I do the best that I can to just maneuver around them so that I can live a productive life, live the best life that I can with the conditions that I have. So, that is the end of this story. If anybody has just any comments or any questions for me, or if you think you may struggle with this, I would definitely recommend getting to a cardiologist and just asking them to test you to see if you have NCS. Can't hurt. You would rather know than not know and struggle. So, like I said, the end. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Again, leave any comments. And if there's any videos in regards to this particular issue that you would like for me to delve deeper into, feel free to let me know in the comments. I appreciate and read all of them. Thanks again. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Peace.